Hey coach, Zenia Wood here, owner and founder of Swift Coaches and Swift Movement Academy. Our vision is to live in a world where health business owners turn their passions into profits and create financial freedom guilt-free. And for all of those exercise and rehab professionals to finally feel confident as fuck in their technical skills, and we never again see another coach leave the industry because of it. What you're about to hear is a bite-sized, jam-packed version of one of our episodes. So if you're looking to learn swiftly, this mini episode is for you. Let's dive straight in.
Sales is helping someone enroll in their own vision of their life to transform it with our support. And that's exactly what you did.
Yeah. I guess I did.
Claire does do sales, Curl. Formerly known as.
Oh god. It was an incredible feeling as well. Like, regardless of if it was a scenario, I mean, it's helpful that I could empathize because I've been there, and I never go as far to say I know what she was feeling, but I've been in a place where what I saw is I could connect with in a relatable way. But just to be able to feel like, hey, I hear you, because so often, connection is such a rare thing these days. And so often for someone to be in a conversation with you, they're actually, not really listening, or they're not really paying attention. And for someone to turn around and say, hey, like, I hear you and I'm here. And, just effectively, like, no matter what comes up between now and then, we will do it together. That's just something that I feel so lucky to be able to provide. To be honest, like that, I feel lucky to be able to be given the opportunity to be with clients to do that. It's as simple as that.
And I think that that's how we and everyone should be approaching a quote unquote sales conversation, because I say sales because I talk to a lot of people in business terms, but sales is transforming lives and leads are clients. Leads are people, I should say. So yes. We're not in the business of, I said this on a call the other day, we're not in the business of leads and sales. We're in the business of people and transforming lives.
Yeah.
And I think that we get so clouded sometimes when we go into, let's say, a business course, or we start to work with a business mentor, or we want to grow our business, and they use all these terms that feel very removed from the initial, I guess, meaning of what that genuinely means. And I think if we can all get back to a point where we stop treating a lead as a number and treat a quote unquote lead or treat someone who is interested in working with us as a human, and going like, hey, like, I'm here to help you through this journey. And, as we've spoken about before in, conversations with Carl and our other sort of business chats that we've had, it's like the more we get back to the roots of, we're in the business of helping people. We're not in the business of, I guess, sales or whatever. And so it's ironic that only last week you were sitting across the table being like, I don't do sales, I hate it, it's shit, rah, 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 I can't, I've had bad experiences. And then you turn around and you go, I had an incredible experience, and cried sitting next to someone who is going to get their life transformed by working with us.
Yeah. I see the irony in that. I see it.
But does that make you feel better about what is normally called sales?
100%.
Reframe it.
My change in perspective of what sales is for myself over the past 7 days, I would say, is like radically changed. And I can't really pinpoint a specific time or a person or a place, but I know that the work you and I have done over the last 7 days, being in an immersion, being like having chats and being kind of honest about things, I think maybe I just needed someone to flesh it out with me rather than keeping it in my head in terms of what it is and pressure around it and whatnot. But I certainly feel very different about, you know, what I would have usually referred to as a sales conversation now as to what I think it is versus and how I want it to be an experience. So I'm stoked.
And thinking about too, like you were in the position where you were on the other side of the table, and did you feel sold to when we had a conversation?
No.
Why was that?
Multiple reasons. I mean, like if I think back to that time, like it was someone providing or giving me a giving me a solution to the problem that I had, that just fucking cared. I remember like distinctly remember a conversation you and I had, and it was on the phone. It weren't even in person. I didn't see your face. It was on the phone, and you were saying, hey, like, it's very obvious to me that you really need some assistance and some help. And like, if you, regardless of what happens, do this for the next 4 days. And like, and it was just some like activation. I don't even remember what it was. That's how much I don't remember the other stuff. I just remember you. And I remember thinking, wow, this person really cares. This person genuinely cares. And that's, you know, I don't really know why I've never thought of it like that before, but it's very changed. Very changed. It's changed a lot of my perspective. Very changed.
I think that also though is testament to, you don't remember the specifics, but you remember how you felt about it. And so people don't care if you like what you specifically programmed for them, but they care that you cared enough to create a relationship with them and the flow-on effects of that. And, you know, if we think about selling, we sell every day to, you know, like 3-year-olds sell ice cream to their parents every day they walk past. Like they don't give a fuck. They're going to every time. Their parents says no every time, they're still going to sell every freaking time. They go, Dad, like, but the green ones really, have you tried it? Like they're going to really use and challenge all these different skills and tactics. And, you know, like they might drop their school bag outside the door and be like, oh, no, we're already here. You know, like whatever it is, but like, and those, you know, we become a little more tactful as we age. But, you know, I think that if we understand that whatever we do, if, you know, if you want to have fish and chips for dinner and your partner wants Thai food, like you're selling why fish and chips is better than Thai food. And so we do have opportunities where we are influencing and encouraging and, you know, trying to get someone to believe that our solution is the better solution for them. And the best part about what we do in business as health professionals is that we're selling the improvement in someone's life. And, you know, like, I reckon if we watched back, like just one of those videos of our testimonials before every single rehab reset, you would, and we probably should do this, you would think about it so differently. If you listen to like Catherine's story or, you know, Hixie's story or whoever it was, like I can't watch Hixie's story and not cry. Like, you know, like it's
powerful. Yeah.
It's huge. So I don't know. I just think that approaching sales from the actual outcome or the result that you are genuinely providing for people, and really, I think it's about like standing up for them and being their coach in that moment. Because a lot of people are like, oh, well, if they didn't sell them, they didn't want to buy, and, you know, like they weren't on board anyway. But it's like this client who we were talking about at the start, like she may not have had a great experience in that had you not done that, or it would have just been different. It wouldn't have been as connected, and then the outcome could have been totally different, and then we don't get to change her life.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of times, you know, it's easier for us to explain away, oh, well, they just weren't interested. But it's our job as health professionals to give them the best experience and result that we can. And if we genuinely believe that's with us and our service, then I think we have to fight for those people.
Yeah, I agree. I couldn't actually agree anymore.
We have some crazy news. Our educational mentorship, as you know it, final intake is happening now. So if you are listening to this, then this is the time, and you've been thinking about maybe, reaching out or getting more support with your exercise education and feeling confident AF in your skills coach, then this is the time to listen up. We have an incredible 24 modules where we build unbreakable foundations, and then we program like a pro. And we have had people all the way from like day one PTs all the way through to exercise professionals and physios who've been in the industry for 10 years, and they've all taken so much away from this course. We've had them say things like it's really simplifying everything in a really like practical way, and we've had people say things like they're really understanding these complex concepts, they're implementing them. And so we go through things such as exercise prescription and programming, yes, absolutely, but we dive into anatomy, biomechanics, the key movements, the training principles, and how to actually integrate these to get better results for your clients. And we have nothing off the table Q&A sessions. We have practicals where you actually go and apply this stuff, because most of the courses that I see out there are DIY tick and flick courses, and they don't actually give the opportunity to implement and then ask questions. So we do all of that, and we have assignments and exams. So that means that, yes, if you're wondering, it's eligible for CPD points so that you can claim this and you don't have to do those shitty courses that you don't like doing and spend your weekend doing them. This is in your own time, self-paced, and you have support for 12 whole months. Now, this is strictly by invite only. So I encourage you, if you're even just considering it, to apply. What will happen from there is you'll get a one-on-one call with me, and literally the worst thing that can happen is that you walk out of that session mapped out with your education pathway, and you have confidence and clarity on your next steps. There are only 15 spots available, and every time we've done this, we have actually sold out well before the date. So we are officially starting on November 27th, but the sooner you get in, the sooner you get access to the course, and you can get started ASAP. So you do have to book that call with me first, and the link will be down below in the show notes to do so. If this feels like something that you have been maybe sitting on or thinking about, now is the time. So please, I encourage you, if you're interested in it, just reach out. Literally going to potentially change the course of your career forever. So don't wait, go and do it right now. I will see you in the next episode. I have a tiny favor to ask of you, and that is to just hit that subscribe button if you have not done it yet. If you've made it this far, then I hope that this has been valuable for you and for us to get more incredible guests in front of your earlobes and faces. If you're watching us on YouTube, then please do that now. And if you have any feedback or suggestions for me, or something that was a golden nugget that really stood out to you in this episode, I would absolutely love if you flicked me a message over on Instagram at Zenia Wood Official. Until next episode, and in whatever you do, move swiftly.